Can you sue somebody for personal injuries even if the injuries are partially your own fault? Hi, I'm Tom Friedman. I'm a lawyer in Nevada, and rules vary state to state here in the US, but generally in most of the states, even if you are partially at fault for causing your own injuries, you can still recover against the person that caused most or a lot of your injuries. There's essentially three different kinds of laws across the country. We'll talk about the first one. It's called pure comparative fault or pure comparative negligence. Don't get hung up on the names. Essentially, it means this. Let's say you're involved in a car accident, and let's say that the car accident is 80% your fault and 20% someone else's fault. Well, in a pure comparative fault state, you can still sue that person that was 20% at fault, but you're going to have your verdict reduced by 80%, which is your fault. So, for example, if your damages are $10,000, you sue somebody else, they're 20% at fault, then the $10,000 verdict would be reduced by your percentage of fault, 80%. And so the other party who's only 20% at fault would end up paying you 2,000 of the 10,000. So that's a pure comparative fault state. Now, Nevada is a modified comparative fault state. There's, I believe, more than 30 states that work this way. And these states use a cutoff of either 50 or 51%. So let's go back to our same scenario before. You're involved in a car accident, it's 80% your fault. Well, in these modified comparative fault states, they're going to say, hey, look, your fault is more than 50% or your fault is more than 51%. Therefore, you recover zero. So too bad, so sad. Now, in jurisdictions like this, if it's partially your fault but less than 50%, you can recover and it'll be reduced. So let's go back to our original example. You are injured, your damages are $10,000. You are 30% at fault. The other person is 70% at fault. So you would bring your claim, you'd get the verdict of $10,000. And because you are 30% at fault, your 10,000 verdict would be reduced by 30% or $3,000. So the other person would pay you $70,000, $7,000. Sorry, lawyer math here. There are a handful of states that are called contributory negligence states, and I think there's maybe just three or four of these. And essentially, these states say that if you're even 1% at fault for causing the accident, you can't recover at all. So don't live in those states if you want to recover for a personal injury accident. So anyway, hope this helps. Thanks very much for watching.